In our next story, that of a total betrayal, a very sad one, by the person a woman saw as her spiritual guide. 64-year-old native doctor Alhaji Olatunji Aziz confessed to killing a retired customs officer, Mrs. Angela Kerry, and her 10-year-old adopted daughter in a most horrifying manner. Viewers' discretion is advised.
On 10th of May 2014, one Mrs. Angela Kerry was reported missing at the New Okoba police station by the relatives. The case at Okoba was a case of missing person. And after all efforts at the police station level, there was no any headway. This woman was 68 years old and served last in the customs and got retired. Now, she disappeared with her vehicle. Luckily, the vehicle had a tracking device, which was traced to a dealer. The vehicle was met in a dealer's workshop, and when confronted, the dealer confirmed that the vehicle was brought to him for sale by one Alhaji Olatunji Aziz, who incidentally we later discovered to be an herbalist who has hypnotized this woman for a very long time, and from the narrations of the family that he has taken well over 200 million naira both in cash and properties from that late woman. And from what we discovered after the arrest of this criminal was that the woman wanted a child, and he now capitalized on that and started taking so much money from her. And I think along the line, the woman discovered that it was a fraud, scam, and she wanted her money back. One pressures were much on him to return the money. He took cleverly constructed something that looked like a well in his house and built a room for that purpose. Lured that woman into that room. You can see. This was a newly constructed building at the back of his house, and now dug a pit in one of them and spread mats on top of that pit and asked the woman to walk in to go and stay on the mat. Of course, the result of that is known. The woman caved in and a child that she adopted, a 10-year-old child that she adopted was with her. This heartless woman being threw this girl inside the well and started pouring sand until they were buried alive. And cleverly after that, having completed his actions, cemented that place. You could see the new cement here. And went back to rest, took the woman's car for sale.
She first of all came to me for, we call it chivu attack. Yoruba, they call it arrow offer. You see, went to different type of native doctor, pastors. So one of our friends, we call that one Lizzie, introduced her to me. And she came, by the grace of God, succeeded. But roughly 9 months back, another attack enter. She came again. I come and see that this is a serious matter. They really determine and face her. That arrow is not a coincidence. So I have to tell her that this one, we have to uproot it. They come and say that, is it to the family matter? So he said that is why she always run away for the family. So in this very case, that one clear away. But she continue patronizing me for one thing or the other. But of recent, roughly 3 years ago, she said that about, she mentioned something about barrenness. By that time, she told me she was around 60. I said, don't let us deceive ourselves. You can't get pregnant again. He said, but in our church, and most of churches and places she normally go, she said that God have already promised her child. So, okay. He said, how much? That one can cost her. I said, 10 million. In my thinking that amount will scare her away. He said, 10 million. That's a small thing now. He said, that's a small money. I said, small money? I said, okay, will you bring it? The second day she brought 2 million. Gradually she paid up to 9 million. But I did the normal work we normally do for the women that are looking for the woman barrenness. But at that age, when a woman become a menopause, it's very hard. It's very hard.
She was menopause and you collected 10 million.
Yes, I have to collect it. I have to collect it. Because without collecting it, she will go to where they are going to collect it. And I said that the more you are taking medicine from me, never go another place for this matter again.
So
that's
after
it.
you collect them.
But later on, after some months, getting to roughly 9 months, no result.
So last month,
So
what happened?
she come and tell me, she came to my place around roughly 6 weeks ago, or 7 weeks. She told me that, okay, there's no result now. I say, I've already told you, you can't get pregnant.
So
I purposely collected this money from you. He said that she will collect the money back. I said, impossible. If you go to any hospital, you can't collect your money. So, and I'm a practitioner as well, that I have my certificate. The way she was talking, I said, okay, I don't want any expose. I will give you your money. 2.5. The real 300, 200 calculated up to 3. It remains 6.5. That 6.5 is the one that she told me that she will. After she came, on the 10th or something like that. But they say on the 10th, but on my calendar, I noticed 17, Saturday 17. So on that very case, she came with her daughter and told me that now that I know that she's a first man. And in her house, when I came to her house, she have already showed me gun. So on that case, I said that threatening is not just ordinary threatening. He said that if I kill you here now, Oga, he said that, you see that nobody at home. I said, okay, before you kill me, I will kill you. Because you are now becoming an enemy. You are now an enemy. He hasn't done like this before. Roughly, the time you came, I have seen your action. And I saw this type of cases before.
And what happened?
So, in that case, I took her down because he shouted one day. I said, okay. I said, well, I have to calm her down. So she came with her daughter. I have to calm her down with a man maturity. I said, no more fight. If you come tomorrow, don't worry. I will ready for the part of money. He said, even though if you don't ready, you will see now. As a custom officer, I kill a lot of people. I said, okay, don't worry. So, stretching. So, I have to think. This hole you see in the back of my house wasn't prepared for her. I did that. I said, don't worry. And she moved together with her daughter. That is where the temptation of evil came. So, on that case, I went before her. I said, okay, you normally know what we are going to do. Go and stand there and kneel down. Let's pray together. So any drug I see, I give it to you. He said, but it's not for the pregnancy again. I said, yes, for your health. So I said, she was moving together with her daughter. I said, leave the daughter beside. you are the one that need this prayer. He said, no. I said, for your other prayer temple, am I not going there together with my daughter? I said, okay. Because I don't want that day to fail. Because failing on that day, I know I've already saw her action before. So, as she went there, matched the white cloth on the mat and fell into the pit. That is how everything was end. And I see that I saw the end of my enemy. Instead of you to kill me, kill you first.
So you stoned her to death?
No.
How did you
She
kill
fell and sat.
her?
So on that very case, that stone, I've been in that pit before. I assessed it with my children. Because they used to carry weight as a boy before went to the school. I see it because when they see it, no any message send them, gray again. So I see I jump inside the well. The mortar was there. They used the concrete to do the mortar. It's a poison not when somebody eats it. So that is it.
So when she fell in, what
So
did
when
you
she fell, she was unable to shout. Yes, I was hearing only a. Yes, the daughter wasn't saying anything, but I believe that the daughter stand on her foot. Yes, stood on her foot. So in this very case, I look because no any one of my family was around. That is how the operation was easy to place.
Your daughter stood on her foot.
So I have to went to where the sand we remove from that place. Cover it by myself. So cover it by myself. So when I see that I carry roughly 60 or 50 buckets, I left it there because it's a big job. In my aim that I've already covered the both children, so that is it.
So,
That's how the evil temptation come over there.
So,
Provocation. So in this very case, went over there. I was thinking that by rescuing this daughter, am I going to take the daughter back home? What am I going to tell them?
so how did you now cement?
So the night when I came around 6:37, I went there. When I peeped inside the hole, I saw the daughter on top of the sand. I've already fell. It is mean that you stand up, follow the sand as I was putting it. That is it. So in this case, I left it over there. So in that very night, I have to remove my jacket, go there, carry more sand to cover the daughter because she have already gone. So on that case. So in that case, it's a very little job I can be able to do. So the second day, I went over there, what those bricklayers, when they normally see in the joint by joint, looking for a job. So I took to say, you are a laborer, I need you to work for me. He said, what? I said, feeling. So they came, I showed them. So but after the death of the daughter, I covered it. That was the time I carry all that belonging inside because I have nothing to do with her.
Finally, we leave you with our recovered vehicles, missing persons segment. And that's where we wrap up this week's edition of Crime Watch. I am Wendy Abu. See you next week.